Can you tell us what is really going on in Afghanistan? I see it as a white hat roundup of the nefarious and the three-letter agencies and the crooked government agencies. The news is not the news. True. 100% agree. With the news is not the news. So Afghanistan, what a melting pot right now. This is the perfect indication of how things get turned topsy-turvy, and you plan and you intend to have a particular experience and an outcome, and then suddenly there's a divergence, and then you get back on track. So what this what this individual spoke about is true, that this was put into place. What's happening in Afghanistan was put into place over a year ago when Trump was doing his Mideast negotiations, and that was all put down. The bump in the road was Biden making the choices and doing the decisions that he's made. And so in particular, the loss of life, in particular, the way in which it's created discord within the military, the way in which it's created discord between different parts of the government, that is a massive part of the awakening that is taking place. Our hearts go out, of course, to every one of those that have died, to every one of those that have died in the last 20 years. But the what do you call them? The wars and the disruptions that you've had all over the world for the past 50 years to 75 years have all been a cover to allow this small group of people to control, manipulate, and gain money. And so Afghanistan is the final point of that taking place. So much of these Taliban, as they're spoken of, the ISIS, there are a few of the individuals within there that are working with the white hats to help them show and expose to the world what has been going on. Just as what's happening in Australia, much of what's happening in Australia, I will not say all of it, but a good deal of it has been what you might call an act, with actors and with people playing a part and doing a particular thing, again, with the intention of awakening people and nudging people to say, are you going to stand up yet? Are you going to take a stand yet? When's it going to be bad enough for you? Is it ever going to be bad enough for you? Or no matter how much we put you under our thumb, are you still going to roll over, roll over, roll over? So that's the intention of both of these situations, is not only to show those that are corrupt and not only to show where that corruption came from, but to be able to pull it all out. And it's showing the corruption within the United States government, almost the entire government, and the judges, and it is massive. And this is why people still continue to think it's never going to change. It's never going to go away. And those are the people that are not awakened. Those are the people that may say, oh, I would love that. And isn't that a great dream? But they're the ones that need to start looking at this stuff and understanding that it's been taking place for a very long time. And a great number of people have been taken out. And this is going to be a step towards taking out even more. And yes, it does hurt my heart to see what has been going on. But there's so much else that's been going on that not only is helping women in Afghanistan so that they will not be subjugated, but there's been just so many other things that have been happening that people are completely unaware of. So be open to the knowledge and the truth that whenever you hear, like, say, for example, going back to the Taliban, that they'll take these young girls and molest them and make them wives, etc., because that's their religion, incompatible with the fifth dimension. That is pain and suffering and control and manipulation. It is not going to be sustained. Incompatible with the fifth dimension. So for all these people that come in and say XYZ is going to happen, your simple response is incompatible with the fifth dimension. So that's another thing that I did want to speak to about that. Let me go look in Facebook and see if people have questions over there.